Welcome to the Groundwork Podcast. My name is Josh Joran, and I'm here with... Oh, wait, hold on. Time out. We're recording, but the camera's not recording. Peace. Too much shit going on.
Oh, hell.
I don't got a cameraman today. I got to do all of them.
Oh, man. That's right.
We're keeping this in here.
Oh, this is definitely blue.
My name is Cheat Code. This is the Groundwork Podcast.
We're going to run another way back. All right, let's go. All right, when you're ready. And welcome to the Groundwork Podcast. My name is Josh Joran. I'm here with
Cheat Code.
And a very special guest of ours. We got him here zoomed in, Coach Taylor. What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, man. Team shit, man. If you haven't tuned in with Groundwork, the podcast, the platform, we're here not only to highlight the creatives and business entrepreneurs, but also their processes and the things that make them them. Hopefully shedding light for people that, maybe are lost on their own journey or seeking information on their own journey.
Lost at sea.
Shit like that, man. Before we get into it, we got to give a quick shout out to our team, man. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking home team. Shout out We Are Sacramento and the Lost for making all this shit possible, man. You know what I'm saying? It's where we're at right now in this beautiful space. We want to give a big shout out to CitySound Co., Soundbyte Studio, CSSB, Freestyle Fridays. It's the motherfucking movement, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing. That's a nice ambient clap. I like that, Mario. I like that kind of in the back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's a whole lot of team shit. This is episode, where we at now, Cheat Code? Come on, brother.
7.
That's right. Episode 7, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting into it, man. We're getting into it. If you haven't tuned in before, real simple, man. There's going to be 3 segments. We're going to get into some local events real quick going on in Sacramento and the greater Sacramento area. If Coach Taylor got anything to say about some stuff going on his side of town, then we'll talk about that. Then we'll roll into some questions and talk to Coach for a little bit. And after that, we'll end off with Wrk Radio, where we highlight some local music. So it's a lot of dope shit going on, and obviously we have our first guest out of studio.
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to motherfucking
It's like he's
team.
right here. The video is so clear.
Yeah, and it's wild because we're looking at him on this crispy ass video, and then it's gonna be on the screen. You know what I'm saying, in the YouTube video. It's all dope, man. It's all dope shit. Technology, man. Technology. All right, let's motherfucking get into it. You know what I'm saying? So to start off the show today, we're going to get into some local events. I'm not going to lie to you. We're a little bit underprepared, but that's okay because there's always stuff going on.
There
you know
is.
what I'm saying? So right now the timeline we're looking at is anything going on after the 8th of November. So anything after the 8th of November, that's the week that this episode's dropping. So first thing we definitely want to put out, something that we have not talked about yet up till this point, is Free Slice Fridays. It is a subsection, you know what I'm saying, of Freestyle Fridays, of CitySound, of Soundbyte, of For the People. It's a whole movement, man. So Free Slice Fridays, basically we go out to North B Street, we rally up with the team. Any monetary donations are accepted to the Cash App that's in the bio, as well as any willing hands, you know what I'm saying, is more than enough donation. So if you're able to donate your time, you come out, be a part of something that's bigger than yourself. We'll be giving out some pizzas and waters, clothing, things like that to the community that's in need. We've been doing that every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, for the last many years. So shout out G Cruise and shout out the movement. It's what's going on.
Hell yeah.
Beyond that, if you missed Hippie Halloween, that was on you. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you stay tuned in for the next Hippie Life events. You know what I mean? Our brother Deuce Bigelow. Hopefully you caught the episode last week with Bro on it. So it's a whole movement going on. Also, Rust Room changed their open mics to Wednesdays. So they're on Wednesdays now. So Rush Room, if you're trying to go to the open mic and get it done down there on K Street, man, make sure you go on Wednesday evenings. Same time slot. I think it's 7 o'clock, 6:30 signups. Go get that done. Freestyle Fridays is also going to be coming out. Let's see what month, what day we're going to be. It's going to be the 25th of November. So, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle Fridays, XL
Pass
Smoke
the
Shop.
mic will come back on the 18th.
Oh, shit. I was going to jump right over that. That's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
you can't jump over that.
Hey,
one.
man, Pass the Mic, you know what I'm saying? The return of Pass the Mic coming back November 18th. So shout out Queen Sheba for allowing us a place to host. And we'll be down there with Hippie Life ENT, CitySound, Soundbyte, and Full Effect. You know what I'm saying? Come ready to sign up, perform your songs. And if you're not performing, come ready to vibe. They got a full bar. Wow, excuse me. They got a full bar. So it's going to be up, man. It's a motherfucking movement.
Hell yeah.
Coach, you got anything going on? I know you got a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You be into some things. What you got going on? You don't got to necessarily be event-wise, but what's going on over there?
I'm trying to been trying to think of what's going on. I have a lot of friends that I've been working for lately that have a lot of things going on, like I guess on a more national scale, since I'm in Phoenix or Scottsdale, Arizona. So I'm not in Sacramento, but My good friend Adam Ray is a comedian, and he's been killing it lately. So I film for him a lot. He takes me on the road and stuff. So go check out his stuff, adamraycomedy.com. And then, yeah, my boy Michael Yo has been killing it too. So go check out both their comedy.
Love it, dude.
On YouTube. So I think that's
Hell
the best thing to promote.
Super fire, bro. We love it, man. We love being able to kind of reach out and get a little bit further than our regular community and the people that are tapped in. So that's really cool. Also, I'm gonna just throw this out there just as an interesting fact. I think that there's obviously we've done a comedy show at the first CitySound building, and I think that there's a lot of overlap when it comes to the production of live music shows and these comedy shows, and kind of the effort that it takes to get in there to make sure that the quality is A1 from video to sound, and obviously there's a lot of factors that play into it, and I don't know, just an interesting thing I'm throwing out there. As we get deeper into the conversations, in case there's artists that are tuned in and, trying to draw some dots. So, but yeah, man, let's motherfucking get into the bulk of it. You know what I'm saying? That was motherfucking events. We're going to roll right on motherfucking through. Cheat code. You know what I'm saying? I know that I kind of put this together with Coach, and you're not too familiar with Bro, so I think this is going to be a very cool interview for us to kind of have live here on camera and on microphone. So, Coach, if you could, for myself, for Cheat Code, for the listeners, just kind of give a intro, kind of who you are, what you do, you know what I'm saying, how long you've been doing it, just kind of that soft intro for us.
Yeah, so my name is Coach Taylor. It's actually my nickname that I've been called for years, and my name is Taylor Olette. I've been doing videography for the past, almost 10 years now, and kind of all forms of videography, from documentaries to comedy to kind of everything in between that you throw at me. I love to kind of be in the thick of everything and shoot it all. That's one of the reasons I got into it, is to kind of be a surrogate to different people and what they're doing, and not have to actually totally do it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's kind of my soft intro. But I do music too. I played music for since I've been 12, guitar, sing, and kind of that was my first love, and still my love, but kind of got in later down the road into doing the video stuff. So
fire,
kind of jack of all trades and that sort. But
dope. Why did they start calling you Coach?
I taught swim lessons at the YMCA for a long time, and so all the kids started calling me Coach, and then my roommates were kind of made fun of me about it, and then I was DJing at a bar at the time, and I kind of needed a DJ name, and it just kind of stuck. So
yeah,
and it's good branding,
Yeah, dude, it makes sense. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
What's better than calling somebody Coach? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you feel like they could provide some guidance or some value. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty badass. So
yeah, it just stuck. It was good. It came natural. So
yeah, as it should for sure. Something that you said that I noticed you didn't say in the intro was that you also DJ. So that's a whole nother lane. You know what I'm saying? That obviously is another skill set. That was obviously a blade that had to get sharpened and get ironed out. But just out of curiosity, so it all started with music, and I think that a lot of our listeners and even myself and Cheat Code included here could agree that I think a lot of it started with the love of music before all of the back end production, before the. I know that you've always said that you're like an engineer at heart, but I also know that you're a huge music fan, and that it was you've told me that that's kind of where it started, and so just kind of just curious if you think was music kind of the center point for the rest of it? I mean, you think if you didn't have that same love for music, that you would have still found your path in what you're doing now?
I think it's goes all into creating. I like creating music. I like creating the art. I like creating the performance. I like entertaining people. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with video. It's just a different form of it. You're less like, look at me, but you're kind of like, look at me with my video. Yeah. So it's, I was in a band for a long time, and we toured around, and we did, like punk rock stuff, and, heavy music. So we toured around like Warped Tour and things like that. I got to kind of, I guess, sow my oats as far as touring goes, not on any kind of big level, but, being able to go out of the country and have fans and kind of do the thing, and realizing that it would be great to do that if I was a rich, famous rock star, but it's not quite the life I wanted to lead, naturally, or, but it kind of led me into, I kind of more opportunist in a way. Like I just take the opportunity that comes towards me that seems right, guides me, guide the path that leads me, less than like, oh, I have a plan to do this. It's like, oh, I started droning basically like 10 years ago, before I even got a camera.
Right.
So I was kind of droning around and doing that, and just boom, 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 get a camera, start taking portraits, take it really seriously. I think anything I do, at least, I try to pour myself into, quite a bit, and really, just nerd out about it all and learn about it and teach myself. And, I think it's like my ADD. I'm only interested in things I'm interested in.
Yeah, dude.
So.
I think when I know for a fact when I met you, we were at the Tempe Improv, and you were crawling on all fours to, I think, one of your camera ops, and you were going to communicate something with him. I don't know if you were maybe avoiding a line that the camera was shooting or something, but I mean, you were balls to the wall, man. It's like,
avoiding renting microphones because it wasn't in the budget.
Okay, well, hey, you know what, dude? But that's the epitome of making it happen, dude, and making it work. I mean, that's what this whole podcast is, right? I mean, this whole platform is groundwork, and it's based on things like that. It's people that are so engulfed in the grind that we're maybe not so looking at the end goal of what's happening. And it's like, yeah, dude, in that room when you were producing that show, it was there needed to be communication with this team, and it was gonna get done. And that's what I think a director does, and that's what a leader does, and that's I don't know, dude. It was just something that stuck out. Like it was a very humbling moment for me, because I come from trying to pursue a director career and doing that type of stuff. And I don't know, it's cool. It's cool to see that type of shit, to see people that are so committed, especially, obviously I shoot a lot of music videos, and I know that you've experienced the music scene as well. And it's a little bit removed more creatively, I feel like, than in some other fields. And I don't know if that's just because of the pure saturation of it, but I don't know, dude. Just want to, it was super sick moment to see you fucking doing your thing in the moment, without a doubt.
Yeah, and how I kind of it's kind of weird how I got started in the comedy thing. It actually goes back to music. I was working as a musician, playing every Monday at Copper Blues, which Copper Blues owns the Improv and Stand Up Live. So I was playing there, and I was like, oh, I do video too, blah, 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 promoting myself. And they're like, okay, can you do this, this, and this? Can you do the pre-show videos over at Improv? Showcasing who's coming up, finding a clip, on YouTube of a funny comedian. I've always loved comedy, huge comedy fan, think I'm hilarious, but don't. just to my fiance. So I started doing that, doing all those pre-show videos, and when a comedian would come around, they would recommend me to shoot like their social media content, and then slowly I've been over, I think I was playing there for almost 10 years too. Slowly but surely I started gaining more clients and more bigger names, and people just not have anybody to shoot. I would offer a really good deal just to make sure I got the gig, and a too good to be true offer, and really like produce a high quality product for these people, just to kind of make sure I'm getting learning how to do it, first of all, because comedy is like not something that a lot of people shoot. So there's not like a YouTube tutorial on how to shoot comedy right. Or how to place the mics, or, how to get, just the proper sound and all these different things. So I, over time, just, really dialed it in, just getting hired by, I think my first person was like Adam Ray, was one of the first, and like Jeremy Piven was up there, and then like Taylor Tomlinson, who is Mark Norman. I went on the road with Sal Volcano just this last couple months ago, and just shot for Ali Sadiq a couple weeks ago. So, and of course, this kind of brought me all to like Michael Yo. I had shot for him, and he was like, "Oh, you did a really good job. Would you like to shoot a special at Tempe Improv for me?" Just out of the blue. And I had like told some friends, I was like, I really want to shoot a comedy special. This was like 4 months earlier, and I was like, this would, be my goal, is to kind of direct a comedy special or shoot one on, a smaller scale. But Michael Yo calls me up and he's like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it. This is what I think I could do it for. Here's what I kind of want to do. What do you want to do?" And we kind of created a vision of how we're going to create the set at Tempe Improv. And the Improv is really, like, the owner is really cool. We have a good relationship together. So he's basically like, funneling me these clients as well. But we shot it. He was super happy with it. Did really well on YouTube. I'm so happy with it. Like, I did some things wrong, obviously, but you live and learn. And I later, even 4 months, maybe 5 months later, Angela Johnson, contacted me. One of her contacts contacted me and asked if I could do this, similar thing. And at the Tempe Improv again, this is her vision. So basically, she's a lot bigger than Michael Yo is. Michael Yo is pretty big, like, name, as far as, like, he's decent. He can headline. But Angela's, like, headlines theaters and arenas and stuff. So she's like a
Crypto
pretty
Nails.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Crypto Nails.
Yeah,
Who don't know Crypto Nails? Oh, yeah, Crypto Jail. Thank you, Chico. You had to correct me. Shout out Angela. Crypto Jail.
Shout out my girl. That's who
So
really knows that shit.
She's definitely a lot bigger. So I was like super excited. Oh, sorry, I don't know what that was, but
Everything okay over there, Coach?
yeah, we just had a baby, so that's another story.
Congratulations, dude. That's fire.
Yeah. But anyways, so get the, green light. We're doing 2 shows at Improv, and she wants like a pretty elaborate setup that's like kind of hard to source. It was, I don't know if you remember, it was like frames.
Oh, bro, I remember. You just had a whole bunch of floating shit on the stage, a whole bunch of photo frames floating everywhere. It was fucking wild, dude. It looked so 80-pound photo frames or something.
It was kind of a nightmare, but like it was not a nightmare to hang it and I'll do all that. That was fine. It just took a little while. It was more like finding those ornate frames everywhere and trying to, source them all. And I was borrowing frames from like all my friends. I was like, "Hey, can you I took like the pictures out of my frames at the house and rented a few here and there where I could find like rental houses." It was to get all these frames.
That hasn't come out yet, has it?
Kind of funny that you mentioned that. I just uploaded the 3rd version for revisions, and the last version only had 4 edits by her, which is probably close to being done. She just shot, so she was on schedule to shoot 2 specials this year. The one she did with me, which is material from like before the pandemic that she never got to record. So she was able, and it's not very topical or anything. So it's just like old stories and things like that. So it's fine to come out mostly whenever.
Right.
But she just shot another one in, I want to say it was like Chicago or the Ryman. I forget where that is, but the Ryman Theater, which is like is her one that's coming out before mine.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I didn't realize that. But anyways, I'm super happy with this one. Turned out beautiful. I used like 7 cameras.
I saw him, dude. Sick.
all Sony A7S IIIs and a Black Magic, like so bunch of cameras, rented a bunch, have a bunch myself, and then lots of good lenses and G Master lenses and different things. But again, turned out great. Some things I would do differently, of course, and I'm definitely gonna get the chance. Like I'll probably shoot another one with Mike Yo next year. And I talked to him about it like a few weeks ago, so he's just working on it. But yeah, I'm excited. I enjoy doing the directing. It's stressful, but I have like the mindset of thinking of all the little details, from bringing tape to, making sure the pipe and drape is whatever, enough where I can do it and not go crazy and still like look at the bigger picture.
Enjoy
be
it.
a bigger picture thing too. No, I definitely enjoy it. It's just, once I do like 3 or 4 and I get them kind of rolling and I can once Angela's comes out, I think it's going to be good for me because it looks really crispy and it I used black pro mist on everything, to make it, really nice and creamy, make the skin tones nice. I used some like 1.8, 1.4 aperture on some of the lenses just to get a little more artistic and stuff. So it's I'm definitely happy with it and
Super badass, dude.
Yeah,
I've got Oh, my bad. I've got kind of questions. It's a little bit from a left field, but just again trying to kind of connect those dots. But I feel like at least on the music side of it, it's become a very independent grind that we've seen. Right, we see this kind of self production. Of course, you still have these labels, whether independent labels or labels that have got big backings, but you've got a big independent push of artists that are going out and producing, whether it's their own podcasts, whether it's their own music videos, their own talk shows, etc. All these things, and I'm just kind of wondering if you see any of that in the comedy sphere. If you see more comedians that are trying to shoot specials before they're getting picked up by major platforms. If you see the meeting will end in 10 minutes, upgrade now. Oh no.
Nah, it says that, but
do I have to upgrade or no?
I don't know.
No, you should be good. It's usually if it's like 2+ people.
Okay,
I mean, we can just call back.
Yeah, if it calls, we'll call.
Yeah.
But anyways, but just curious, and I don't know if you have an answer for that or not. But I guess it was just my genuine curiosity to see if that's kind of a push that you see, or is that demand for content, as prevalent as it kind of seems as it is in music, to where it's like, I definitely see more comedians using Instagram Reels and using the captions and making sure that they're, providing short, what do they call it? Short form content? Yeah, short form content.
Reels.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So is that something that you're seeing, on that side?
It's almost unheard of because like before comedians would like only have their set, it would be very cherished, no recording, no doing anything. And now like I work for comedians like Adam Ray regularly and he posts like 12 clips a day of his comedy, no joke, of different, sometimes like of repeats and stuff. He's like, his idea is, he's like not that popular yet where he's always someone new is gonna see it. Even if you already heard the joke, then he doesn't really care. It's just like, you'll skip it. But if you haven't, then you haven't.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of unprecedented. I think Andrew Schultz really started like doing that a lot. And kind of, I think, paved the way for clips. And that's why I get hired a lot for these, different YouTube people for their Patreon, for their different clips and highlights, and just for like people want the crowd work, the funny stuff that happens. So that's definitely fire. Yeah.
So that's changed a lot then in the past like 10 years, I guess you've been doing it and stuff like that. I would assume, just because, like in music, like he was saying, it's just it just moves so fast. So it sounds like comedy is just like it's been there like that, I guess, but it sounds like it's just starting to really be more prevalent, where they like will show all of that and like be okay with it.
And some people won't. I mean, some people are old school. They don't want to put their clips out, but they're like almost realizing now that they have to.
Right.
Just to, compete. But they're doing crowd work and little stuff like that. That's not blowing their whole act per se.
Their set that's taken them X amount of time to write and put together and execute.
Yeah, there's those people like Sal Volcano. I don't know if you're familiar with him from the what's the name of this show? Joker show or whatever. Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he like does comedy now, but he's like one of those. He's got his set cherished. He doesn't want it out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I can speak even a little bit. I won't get too deep into it, but I have a funny rookie experience that you might find some humor in. But we reached out to a couple comedians from our first. We had a multimedia space up in Citrus Heights, and we put together a show with 5 comedians. And first, it was just going to be a show and have them come through and perform. And it was kind of us branching out into a new market and checking it out. And it was we kept it very cheap and affordable for the consumers and made it so that we could just barely break even, but hopefully throw a cool comedy event. And the event was still great. I mean, it was A1. There was a whole lot of laughs shared and a lot of things that were great about it. But we talked to the person that was hosting, and we did we filmed it and we did audio recording, and we didn't do any content releases before, and we didn't talk to any of the other comedians. We'd only talked to the host. And then after everything was done in post-production and we had put together our attempt of a comedy show, the news came back that the comedians weren't comfortable with releasing it. And at first I remember being irritated, and then as I learned kind of more about it, because that was really our first time exploring comedy, and as I learn more about it, and now even getting the confirmation from you, it's like it's a little bit different. I mean, that content is a little bit more sacred. It takes a little bit more time to develop. It's got a little bit more value, not to take value away from the music or the musicians, but just the idea that it's really, you could spoil it. And I understand that perspective definitely a lot more than I did last year, without a doubt. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna send you that private link for you to check out, so you can give us some feedback.
Well, comedy's the only thing you can practice live. You can't really practice. I mean, you can practice music in your studio.
Shouldn't be. Oh yeah, I thought you were saying practicing live. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be practicing live. You should have it down live.
No. You practice at your studio, and you hopefully have it down when you come live. But you're usually practicing it, comedy live. And I don't do comedy, and nor am I ever gonna try. I just love it. I love humor. I love laughing and being silly and making jokes out of everything, but and enjoy being around the comedians, and the type of people I've met in this game. And so I've been actually working for Rob Schneider.
I was gonna ask. Yeah. I saw it on whose page? It wasn't even your page. I saw it on Chick-fil-A's page, I think. I believe that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I through the comedy club, he asked me to shoot something for him and John Cleese. And I went and shot it, did video. They just wanted like an audio recording, which was kind of funny. And I went and I did video, and, set up 4 cameras, like really elaborate. And he's like, "Oh, really great job." And he's like, "You want to come work on a movie that I'm shooting?" I'm like, I was like, "Well, I've never really done any kind of like actual movie, I've never worked on a big budget movie before. Most of my experience would be like doing behind the scenes stuff, kind of, more or less. Like movies are a different animal, the whole production. But either way, I was like, I can shoot behind the scenes on your movie. And he's like, perfect. I want like a behind the scene, like all the behind the scenes stuff captured.
Right.
And so I was like, I kind of went in my head, okay, this is not really gonna happen. And then probably a month later, I got a call from a producer. He's like, "So you want to shoot behind the scenes on the movie?" He's like, "I want something epic, like da 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 da." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is actually happening." Rob Schneider shooting a movie. And he was a really cool guy, like great, very personable. Like I met him to go pick up money with my fiance, and he's doing voices and, in the bank parking lot, for her kind of, just being Rob, being silly. And so, yeah, worked on the movie. It was kind of a different experience because he was directing So I don't think I captured as much like silly stuff as I could have, just because he was stressed out from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As if he was just acting and not having to worry about the whole production. Like I imagine it would have been like, I'd get a lot more silly stuff, but I captured a lot of cool content between him and his daughter, which is invaluable because, you know, she's like 8 years old, and it was a movie with his daughter that she starred in. Basically, they starred together. Daddy daughter trip. It's like a family comedy.
That's fire, dude.
You know, but either way, it was awesome. I worked on the movie like probably 3 or 4 weeks, and then it finally came out, and they called me up to do some more work for the like promotional campaign and all that jazz. So I went and followed him around, went to Cane's as he worked, and
I played Cane's. I'm so sorry, Cane's. I'm so sorry for saying Chick-fil-A. Damn, I blew that.
Did you say Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't even know I don't know the difference. I know I probably like Chick-fil-A is probably better in my regards.
Hey, man, Chico, we have to bleep out. You have to bleep
we're gonna
out.
have some Sacramento people come for you, bro.
Oh yeah, we just got Cane's, right?
Oh my
Like we just got
God.
Cane's for the
I don't
first
get it.
time, bro. Like you had it for Phoenix have had it for years, but we
Let me
just
show
got
you
it.
something. Let me show you something cool too. Hold on a second.
Say let's.
Yeah, bro. Everybody was.
Anybody see
hacking
that?
Cane's.
Hey, everybody see that 50-inch fucking widescreen behind him? Look at it.
Look at it.
Sick.
Before the time runs out here, less than a minute. Look what I got from this whole thing. I don't know if you can see this. See the way autofocus works.
Come on, autofocus. There it is.
This lens.
Free Cane's for a year?
Damn.
No way, dude. Hey, listen.
You gotta cut that one out. No.
Oh yeah, I was about to say something crazy. Hey, he's selling that for $2,000 right now.
I
DM
mean,
Coach Taylor.
You get like 1 4-piece every week. And
Not bad.
I didn't go the last week. I went the first week, but I'm gonna go this week.
I need that.
It's just kind of one of those things, you know. It's
All right, so
Everybody
when
loves
this,
the bread.
when this time runs out, we'll just hang up the Zoom and call back.
Yep, that's what
here.
we're gonna do. Yep.
Okay, how are we gonna do this? You want to try it?
Yep,
You want to
I'll
go
do
over
it.
there? We're gonna leave the camera rolling. Hey man, this is a quick break. We want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. You know what I'm saying? To the motherfuckers who make it possible. We Are Sacramento. My brother Mario right across the motherfucking table, producing what 10, 11, 12 podcasts now. Something like that. Something light, huh? Nothing serious. Something light, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Convert, meeting, recording. Chico's over here doing a whole bunch of back end shit. You know what I'm saying? It's real regular activities. You're going to see him in the camera. You probably see his face right there. No, keep leaning in. I think that's great. Yeah, man. Shout out motherfucking Coach Taylor. You know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucking movement. Real interesting dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's definitely got some interesting game to put in. Join with computer audio. Hey, just leave all of you don't cut out the audio, but I'll cut everything. The video and the audio. And post. Yep. Mm-hmm. Did it save the other one?
It's loading. Like it's converting it.
I didn't know you needed like a special pro account to record for that long.
Speak.
Oh, mic check, mic check. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. I can hear myself perfect. It's good. It's great. Don't gotta change it. It's great. There it is. Admit him. Yes, sir.
I didn't know if you even needed anything like that to do this, but that was
When did Zoom Pro become a thing? Was Zoom Pro a thing when kids were in college and they were forced to go to fucking Zoom for 5 hours?
You know what it used to be? Actually, that it's even been that long since I've used it. Is that we used to do meetings with, like, if it was 3 people, then they used to just cut you off like that. But when it was just like one person,
It was cool.
yeah, it used to just let you go, and now it's, I guess,
Jeez.
they losing money or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they don't
But
want
okay,
podcasting. Are you guys
I know-
recording though? Make sure you record the screen again. Can you do
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Or-
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I gotta do
How you do
that.
that? Where's that at?
It should just be record right there.
What?
Not at the bottom. Right. Yep. Wow.
Got it.
We're back to recording. We're back here live with Coach Taylor. You know what I'm saying? It's Groundwork, the podcast, the platform. I'm with my motherfucking brother, Cheat Code Beats. You know what I'm saying? We here live with the motherfucking coach, Coach Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, bro. Already knows the
You got
motherfucking vibes.
That's a DJ right there.
Yeah, that's a fucking DJ right there, man. Come on, man. Look, just before our short break, we were talking about some real dope shit, and something that was heavy on my mind, and I wanted to ask you was, did you go to school for any of the things that you do now? What that path was like, how relevant it was, and if you had to do it again, you know, is it still something that you would do?
I did not go to school. Like I said, I really just threw myself into learning on YouTube, you know. And I feel like I've learned like storytelling over the years. That's been a big one. You know, and obviously learning the technology and that kind of thing. But I just get obsessed with learning new stuff, teaching myself, looking things up on YouTube, you know, teaching myself more. And then, you know, as I go, you know, faking it till I make it. Hey, I can do that. And then, you know, figuring out how to do it the best of my abilities. And usually I succeed. Sometimes I fail, but I always try. That's important. Like I try to take the chance to do it, and you know, it's being responsible for like the comedy specials and stuff. They're bigger budgets. You know, some of the biggest budgets I've worked with. As far as things going wrong, whether it be cards failing or things like that, I think I just learned over time. You know, school probably would have been, I mean, I would love to take classes. I don't think you need to go to like school to do it anymore. There's plenty of resources online, of course, but I'd love to sit down and like really, you know, take like a Photoshop class and delve into like some of the stuff I'm weaker at, like for instance, like typefaces, you know, stuff like that, where I use it all the time, like trying to figure out different typefaces and graphic design. You almost become a graphic designer doing this job, which that's not like what I set out to be, but it's like most of the work is like making text graphics, and you just either I don't do it, you know, and I don't get that revenue and I don't learn how to do it, or, you know, I figure it out and figure out how to do After Effects, which is a daunting program, but, you know, it comes to you if you do it enough and you kind of figure it out. But
So my boy tells me about Fusion Studio, but I just don't trust him when I see all those nodes.
yeah, so for a frustration thing, this beautiful computer back here, I updated Adobe last week, and my life has been fucking hell ever
That's that
since.
shit, dude.
And today I just put the old version back on, and things started like, I was trying to export Angela's special, and it was just not fucking having it.
That's crazy.
My computer's like 5 years old now, and it's still a good computer, but just some of this 4K 7 camera shit.
5 years is like a dinosaur in like technology now.
Yeah, so I got a
crazy.
new one. I got a new one on the way. But
What you editing on, Coach? Could I ask what computer you got back there? What you got coming?
so what I have back there is I got it made by Puget Systems, which is like they make like custom computers for kind of what you
That's
do.
it, yeah.
Donkey build back there with some crazy graphics card.
Yeah.
It's got a 1080 Ti in it, which was top of the line
At the time.
6 years ago. And it's got
Facts.
64 gigs, and it's like i7, so it's not bad. And I doubt the new
Great computer.
the new computer is a 380 graphics 380 GTX graphics card or
Sheesh.
whatever. So pretty good graphics card, pretty much all you need for Premiere. They really the company really kind of suits you with what you need and what you don't need. So they know that Premiere doesn't really run on the graphics card a lot. It does some of it, but it's not using even.
It's more CPU reliant, yeah.
It's all CPU.
Yeah.
So I think I got a faster, some more cores in the CPU, because I do a lot of multitasking, obviously. So it's important to have all that stuff. But
Oh yeah, dude. I'm about to start banging your line, dude. After this podcast, dude, I'm about to open up that line of communication. I just discovered multicam
Absolutely.
right now on fucking DaVinci. I just discovered multicam editing like in the last 48 hours. I've
So
been
are you
fucking trimming everything by hand.
You're a DaVinci guy?
Yep, I'm a DaVinci guy. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I do multicam on Premiere too, and it's amazing.
It's blowing
but-
my mind, dude. Like the things that the amount of time that I spent sequencing shit that was all fucking lined up to the same audio that I should have just been using a multicam instead of fucking going. Anyways, hey man, you live and you learn. We're here now.
I used to do it by hand, and I still do it by hand sometimes too, because I'm just like, I don't know why, but
Yeah, dude.
then I was
That
like,
blade tool works.
Yeah, it does. I'm fast at it, but now it's multi-tool, and I just can't get away from using Premiere. I know it so well. I use After Effects, I use Photoshop, I use Lightroom. Like, it's all integrated, like, for me.
Like,
Even though
seamlessly.
it doesn't work half the fucking time. Mind you, like, but
It's like
it works.
it's like-
it worked. The old versions work apparently.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I just can't get the new version. So
It's like audio DAWs where like there's so many of them to choose from. It's like if you get good at one of them, why would you ever leave?
Right.
Even with the problems, right? It's like I know this program so well.
I know how to navigate the problems.
Yeah, then if I go to this new thing, I'm gonna have more issues and be slower anyway than I would just deal with it.
and I know that, like, DaVinci is like is great for a lot of things. And I can use it for some stuff. But it's like a workflow thing and a speed, and most of my things I'm doing are speed related.
Yeah.
It's like get it done, get it on fucking Instagram,
Yeah.
On to the next.
get the likes and get more content. Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
So I opened up a little podcast studio actually a few months ago.
Tight. Hell yeah.
In Arcadia or Phoenix, Arizona, just down the
That's where
street.
Soph went to high school. My girlfriend went to high school in Arcadia.
In Phoenix?
Yeah, that's where I met her. I was out there for a few years. That's what I was doing out there. I was out there visiting. Ended up at
That's
an Angela
right. I
Johnson
forgot
show.
to ask you. So, okay, I went to Arcadia.
Arcadia High?
Yeah,
Oh, that's where. What year did you graduate?
03. I'm kind of old.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, shit, bro. Hey,
said I'm kinda-
look. I'm class of 12, and my girl's class is like fucking 16 or something. You start doing the math, we're all old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
no,
all good, dude.
I'm gonna be 38 in December, so
You got a long face, baby boy.
Oh, gee.
A young ass face.
I know people tell me that, but I just had a baby and shit, and it's fun. I'm a dad now, so it's all
Congrats.
more responsibility and trying to balance work and all this stuff together. It's fun. So.
I like that. He said it's fun. Fun was the adjective.
Yeah.
That was good. It's fun.
He can't say yeah. Stitch lip. Don't say nothing else. He said it's.
That's sick though, dude. I mean, there's inspiration in that. I mean, I could even tell you just from just following you and having this conversation now. It's like a lot of people, I feel like they've got they've got a misconception kind of what the grind and the hustle looks like, and they kind of maybe think that, I talk to a lot of young guys. There's a lot of young guys that come through our studio that
we're still young too. So
but you're talking about some real fresh 18, 19, 20-year-old guys that are talking to me like, if I'm not a fucking millionaire by 24, I'm quitting this whole thing. Like, it's all just fucking over with. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's not really what the grind is representative of. If this is something that, you're seriously wanting to make a way in, and even speaking
anything really.
Right. I mean, speaking to what Coach was talking about, and I think a lot of overlap with my own life was, music was a huge part of the reason we started all this, and still continues to be a huge part of my life. But, there's things that you kind of have to seek out if you want to be in this industry and you want to be able to do it professionally, and you want to be surrounded by these people day in and day out, and you don't want to go work a typical 9 to 5. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's certain steps that have to be taken, and they're not all beautiful. And I feel like you're, not to freaking, sound crazy talking you up, but I think you're an epitome of what the hustle looks like, where all of a sudden people kind of just hit you up. You know what I mean? All of a sudden there's just kind of DMs that are coming in that are like, oh, hey, that's a fucking pretty big opportunity. And then, you execute that well, and then, well, hey, fucking surprise, another big opportunity comes because you executed that one well. I think that a lot of people don't recognize, those stepping stones, and they're kind of looking for that opportunity that's going to take them from zero to a million. Shot in
the dark, yeah.
But there's not really, the people talk about it all the time. We've talked about it, the small steps that compound to success, as opposed to like these big giant leaps that don't seem to really be too existent.
No, and I feel like I've done leaps and stuff just from the opportunities that I've had so quickly, and I've only been doing it, like I said, 10 years barely. But I just think it's also like the whole grind thing and hustle thing is great, but I think just being happy with yourself and your life, and obviously having enough money to pay the bills is fantastic and all that, but working yourself to death isn't that cool either.
Exactly.
And now that I have a family and stuff, I realize that, like, I'm glad I did it, when I was 18 all the way up and learned all that. And now I can still work and balance that, but I'm not like, I gotta hustle and grind, and there's gotta be a balance. And, I have that laziness in me, at times where I just don't want to edit. Like, I can't focus on it and, sit down and watch TV for a little bit. But more recently, it's been like, no, you have to prioritize this time, because you're not gonna, you don't have that extra,
that's baby time now.
Moments, baby time.
You're preaching though. I mean, you're really speaking on some really relevant stuff. I mean, we see that. It's great, like you said, it's great to be a grinder. It's great to be a hustler. I think that all of us have that. There's a level of us in that entrepreneurship that makes us who we are. You know what I'm saying? But there's also almost like that toxic hustle culture. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I've had one of my motherfucking brothers, really one of my people that are really close to me, work himself so much to the point to where he's falling asleep driving, almost killing himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how fucking cool is that? Much, You know what I'm saying? That's not that fucking cool, And that's my dog, you know what I'm saying? And one of the hardest workers I know, and has since struck balance and is getting better at that, but still will outwork anybody that I know a single day just because of his level of commitment. But that's not cool. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Working yourself to death is not cool, and that shit gets real. So there's that balance.
I feel like there's like a pride thing to that too, even saying that, where it's like, most hard workers will feel like they outwork anybody, and at the end of the day, there's always somebody that
works harder.
And everyone's gonna feel like that, because when you bust your ass every day, you're like, I'm the hardest worker I know, and you're probably correct until
then you're
you
not
meet
Kevin Hart.
Exactly. It's just like even that sometimes can be bred in ego, and that from experience is like, okay, work hard. There's probably somebody who might work harder, but it's still the balance of it and shit like that. So
I just had a coach, if you want to maybe speak to this young soul that I was just speaking to earlier today, and just kind of, I'm gonna talk and say what he was saying, and then if you could respond for us and just kind of give some insight. And what he was telling me was, he's pretty young. He's in his early 20s. And he said, Josh, I just don't really feel like I have time the same way that everybody else has time. I feel like I have a little bit more pressure, that, my timeline feels a little bit more condensed. There's things that I feel like I need to accomplish before I get to 25, before I get to 28, before I get to 30, XYZ. And, I didn't know what to tell him besides, hey, I'm saying, keep doing your thing and set your goals high. But, how do you tell somebody, or how do you get somebody kind of to...
Wait, like he's going to die?
That's almost what it felt like. But what I think he was saying was that...
But that's the seriousness, right? That when people come at you with that type of stuff...
I'm like, damn, bro,
that's what that's how serious they make it, because it's like the younger
Jimi
you
Hendrix?
are... it's just like, you don't know that's what you need to do,
Yeah, dude.
Next year you might be doing something else, but yeah, you're trying to have them
that was it.
respond,
It was just an extreme mindset, and I just wanted to see. We got the reaction. We heard him. He said, "Was he dying?"
What advice would you give that person?
I mean, what are you dying? I mean, that's the thing. You don't have it all figured out at 25, because I was just 25, and I know I didn't have it all figured out. So, and I still don't.
Did you think you had it figured out?
I mean, a little bit.
Okay, that's good to know, though. There's comfort in you saying that. I'll tell you that.
I was in a band, thinking I was a top shit. I had long hair, so I thought I was cool, but obviously I wasn't. Because now I'm here with the fiance, and she's got the house shoes on, and she's eating snacks in the kitchen.
I love it, man. But that's the vibe, dude.
I'm just
That's
playing
the
on
vibe.
it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but
I'm gonna tell you what, dude. That sounds so much better than 16 hours at our fucking studio in downtown.
yeah.
Sorry, not that I don't love our studio.
Yeah.
I've done that, I've done that too. I've done
Yeah.
that too. And that's I wouldn't trade that. So it's like, that's why I got, I had the baby late, I'm like 37.
Yeah.
I did a lot.
There's no timetable.
I traveled a lot. I did those 18 hours. Like I did all that shit. So I'm not saying
You
don't
did the
do
grind work.
whatever. I did all that grind work, and now I got the hot babe in the kitchen.
That's right.
That's
dude.
that's what I feel like. Without saying it, you pretty much there's levels to it. Like, you've already done this part of it, and now you're at that part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're still at the 16-hour days, and then whoever you were talking to is still at the point where they're not to that 16 hours with whatever it is they feel like they need. So they're just like, but then you end up like one of us, or you end up like Coach Taylor.
How old are you guys?
I'm 28.
Oh, okay.
I'm 28, and my brother is just a little bit behind
I'm
me.
26.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys aren't that
But
young.
there's
We work with so many young ass people that it's just like, we know that we're not old, but when you're around like 18, 19-year-olds, you end up being this old person.
especially in the rhetoric and how we talk, because we sound. Yeah, dude. You know how it goes because you've been there. I don't have to explain to you because you've been there. You've been 28. You've been 30, dude. You know what it is to talk to a 21-year-old when you're 8 years older. It's like you're trying to explain to him, but you don't even really fucking know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know anything.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But you never, I feel like, I don't know. I'm never going to know completely, but I just think that it feels like the difference with people is are they going to just take the leap without knowing? Like, why even? Because some people are going to think about that shit all the time, and they're never going to change that. Like, they're going to be 38, 26, 27 and still think about that. Or you could be 26, 27, 38 and do 3 comedy specials or some shit like that, because you just decided, I'm just going to go with the flow. Like,
Yep.
As I get older, I realize everybody's full of shit, because I'm almost 40 and like, I don't know anything, and I don't think I'm going to know anything more in 2 years when I'm 40, actually 40. And like, people that are 40 kind of like, oh, they might know shit, but not really. They know a little bit, but it's all very...
Isn't that kind of funny how that goes? And, dude, it's so funny, dude. It's dope to hear you say it, because we talk about that type of shit. It's like, when you're a kid, you think that the 18 and 20-year-old has it figured out. And then you get to 20 and you're like, oh, not even fucking close. But the 30-year-old's probably got it. Then you get to 30 and you're like, the 40-year-old's got to have it, right? Like, he's got to have it down.
The 80-year-old has it. That's the only one. The 80 and 90-year-old, that's the only people that have it figured out. And they'll tell you what matters, and you should usually just follow their lead. Like, for instance, we live in a condo area that's like mostly old retired people, And my fiance wants to move into a bigger place, and I'm like, why? We already like have a jump on. They're all here. Like, why would we try to go? Why do you want to be part of the rat race when we already got it figured out? We don't have to worry about the lawn. Like, there's a whatever. But
Yeah,
That's fucking dope, dude. I fucking love it, man.
I had a question that kind of goes into a lot of it, but you said you've been in the game 10 years. And, for some people, that's forever. It was funny to hear you say, like, oh, I haven't even been doing it that long. But how much do you think things have changed within your industry, whether that's the DJing? I mean, mostly the videos, but, we talked about it earlier where it's like comedy and music and all these other stuff are going into, the short form content and stuff like that. How much has that changed, and just anything in general, I guess, that you've seen, like, that you've had to adjust to?
I think I started video like a little bit after, Facebook and MySpace and stuff, but I was always getting video taken of me and pictures and stuff like that. But I think even more during the pandemic in the last like 3 years, video's just been, especially like the kind of short videos, obviously long form content too, but I think like it's just blown up for me for just doing like the kind of just real stuff. I'm, a lot of the time I'm shooting for like real estate agents and things like that, and comedians that just need 9x16 video. The killer of me, but
Dude.
Pays the bills.
It's facts. I was telling, artist the other day that, he was asking me how I got into video and why I got into video and how it all worked out. And it was really like, look, it was a skill that was kind of like, it was something that I was exploring. And then as I developed the skill, it ended up being the most demanded at the forefront of the industry. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, now everybody needs video. And it just so happened that a few years before everybody decided that, I fucking picked up a camera.
That's exactly what happened to me. I just kind of like got lucky. I was interested in it, obviously. And I just got lucky that it was like the future of everything. And everybody was going to need it, and every professional person that I grew up with was going to have a business. And, it's just like DJing. I mean, that was like a timeless thing. I kind of am in the wedding niche now for DJing just because, pays the most.
Hey, dude, if you ever need a camera team because you're busy DJing, let us know.
I do dive into the realm of like filming weddings and stuff and have, but like I've done a wedding every weekend this month.
I saw some on your IG.
So, and that's a lot of fun because it's just like I party and then I'm done. I go home and like I don't have to edit anything, and I get to make people have fun and dance and DJing. I love DJing. I love mixing music and finding cool word plays and mashups and all that jazz. But I don't. What we're talking about?
Who fucking knows, dude?
Oh, you know what? I had a question before I forget too, because we're probably
I know we're rapping. I got one too. We got a couple.
Okay. I want to hear because you were talking about how you there was some things that you messed up, and you were like, I really learned basically through the fire, like trial by error and stuff like that. Is there
lots of particular?
Is there one in your mind that stands out that when it happened, you were like, oh shit, I fucked up?
Oh yeah, because we need that. I need that so I don't fuck up.
Yeah. So file management is a huge one. Like, and I'm still not amazing at it, but fucking redundancy and file management is the biggest ones I can tell you. So one shoot, it was like a yoga shoot or something. I've been working for this like yoga studio as their videographer, and they flew this like badass yoga chick out to do the video, and I really don't even know what happened to this day. Like, the file names are the same. Mistake, always make sure if your camera's able to, you do a custom file name. because all these
So
file
like you're like shooting on 2 cameras and they're both saving the
Sony,
files of like
they're both Sonys.
DC039.
Yeah, and they're both the same.
Okay.
And like
Fuck.
something happened where I needed a bunch of cards that day because we were shooting 10
Replace
hours.
files.
Fucking boom, the files get dubbed or like it thinks it's the same files. I don't know what fucking happened, but I lost like $10,000 worth of footage or whatever you wanted to call it. Whatever I was charging.
Whatever it was.
Yeah,
Damn.
plus like it just didn't.
Yeah, he's thinking about it over and over again.
Audio is always fucking another one. Like just make sure you go the extra mile with audio and do it the best you can because it that'll fuck with you. But the file management thing is the biggest one, and I still deal with it. I'm like, dude, just.
Yeah, look,
He's constant.
He's on my ass right now because you gotta know because we shoot hella shit, and then what happens is I end up going missing for a day or two from the studio, and so he'll go onto my fucking hard drive and go looking for shit, and he's like, "Bro, the fuck, man."
Yeah, I know where everything's at.
Just go to the misc folder,
yeah.
and then go to fucking folder C. You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's
the
dated.
That's the thing is that even you don't know sometimes.
I know. It's getting bad. We're getting on it though, dude. We're working on it.
Well, what I've learned with like working with these bigger clients and stuff is like a lot of the times I'm not even editing the footage. Like I'm just sending it to their editor, and I have to be really, this has to be like I just had a client hit me up. It was like, why are these files lined up? And I was like, you mean synced? I was like, I just was supposed to give you the raw footage. Like your editor is supposed to sync it. And
he wanted it synced to the song or something.
No, it was just like 2 camera video footage. With,
he wanted them synced together. I get it.
With a separate audio track, and I was like, your editor doesn't know. He's like, he said it's not the right footage, and it was because the opener. It was like the opener first. Because I'm by myself, I click record early, but they're like, oh, it's not the right guy. I was like, you didn't go in 5 minutes into the fucking. So shit like that you deal with, which I labeled all the footage perfectly and I sent them. So what I did is I went into Premiere and I synced the first show Friday and I sent it to the project file to their editor. I was like, here, I did the first one for you since it's definitely there. And all you have to do is sync it, that's the problem. Like a lot of these editors don't really know everything about everything. And then, and I don't even either, but I know more than like the average person. So a lot of the times it's just like I have to explain to people how to do it. Make sure you add compression on the fucking vocals and, why does it sound like this? Like you gotta,
Basic shit to you, but the motherfucking world to somebody else is shit crazy.
Like when I'm talking to editors, it's like frustrating because don't call yourself
they should know it.
Editor
Yeah,
and
that's the
shit
standard.
If you don't know how to sync footage.
I did want to ask you, this is something that we asked Shooter P, which was a director that we had on here previously a few weeks ago, but something that I think is just a really cool piece of game and something that I think would be really dope for the directors that are up and coming and that are tuned in, or if you're even a remote editor or really anything that's taking, business inquiries to your personal page or your LinkedIn or your Instagram or whatever. But, if you could just shed some light, you don't have to get too deep into your personal way of doing it, but just shed some light on, I know that a lot of the guys that we talk to are unsure of how to go about their pricing, how to go about when somebody hits them up and they say, hey man, I want to get this done. How much does this cost? We hear the conversation between, do you have a flat rate? Do you ask them what their budget is? Do you ask them what they're needing? What does that conversation look like if someone hits up Coach Taylor? Kind of what are your things that you're going to go through to figure out? Yeah, what's that intake to figure out what that value is?
So that budget question never fucking works for me. Like people never ever are like, oh, my budget is this much, and I'm like, it's always like, well, we don't even know what it would like, that kind of shit, which I fucking hate because like just tell me, and whatever you have as a budget, I'll be like either I can make that work or I can like send a friend in that doesn't cost as much money or something like that. You know what I mean? To do it. So
yeah, call Josh from Sacramento. Send him out.
Yeah, Josh from Sacramento will come out. He works for, who knows? But I mean, as far as pricing, it's tough for me. I mean, I don't like it's it's always a battle of what to charge people. I always feel like I'm undercharging, but a lot of the times I'm getting repeat business too. So, undercharging a little bit in delivering a good product, but I don't know what exactly undercharging is. I ask a lot of friends of what they charge, and some of them are super high. And I'm like, will people pay that? And some people do. I had a friend just get a $3,500 a month retainer with a company.
Damn.
So nice. Companies do have the budget, but lately I've kind of run into, we don't know what we want to do exactly. I work for a few clothing companies that are kind of on the smaller scale coming up, and it's kind of been like one of those things where they're trying to figure out where they're, do they want to hire put someone on a retainer? Because I like doing retainers. So even to the detriment of me making money, I'd rather have that steady income coming in with a client that I like to work with, that I can get creative with, that I can actually kind of grow with and things like that. And I've grown with a lot of my clients, but then I don't have to worry about, I'm charging you this much for this much and this much. I was like, pay me a flat rate. I'll give you way more than you'll expect, always just how it works, I want to make them happy. I want, to make a good product. Usually the stuff I'm doing is fun. I'm like doing the real estate stuff's fun. I get to go to cool houses and all that, stuff. And occasionally I have the bum gig, and that's not cool. Like a seminar or something you're taping, but it's video, could be digging ditches, but,
I bet you just opened up a lot of the listeners' minds. I mean, shit, you just opened up mine. I mean, you hear about attorneys being on retainer, but how often do you hear videographers out here talking about being on retainer? I never have. I think that was the first. I mean,
oh really? Yeah. I mean, that's what I try to get all my a lot of my friends. You got to get on a retainer position. That way you can get multiple. If you get 3 or 4 people on a $2,000 retainer,
like a contract,
it's not a bad income.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I mean, and right now I have the studio, which has been it opened up a lot more income that way.
You have a studio out in Arizona?
Yeah. A podcast studio, but it's also
where's Slot?
It's called Speakeasy Studios, with a Z. And it's on Instagram, but I just started it a couple months ago. So I have a little product studio in there. I work for this company right here. It's called Grass Clippings. It's like golf apparel and shit. It's cool. Shoot a lot of their products there. And then podcast portion, just try to get people in there doing podcasts, but mainly it's been a way for real estate agents to kind of come in and do talking head, real stuff. With better audio and video and all that jazz. So
dope.
That's kind of my thing right now. I needed a place to get all my equipment out of the house, and the opportunity came up for a really cool spot. And one of my clients is basically doing it for trade. So can you see that?
Tight.
It's a whole lot of team shit going on.
Yeah, that's real cool, man.
Hey, me and Cheats were just out in Phoenix a few months ago, so when we come pop out, we're going to pop up to Speakeasy, man, and come check you out.
Please, man. I'd love to. We'll grab dinner or lunch or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be hellfire, dude.
What are you guys coming out? So you have a girlfriend out here, or ex-girlfriend or something? Or
I have a girl. She recently moved to Sacramento, but I still have got my mom and my brother out there, so we'll find a reason to come out there. We'll come spend some time with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's
the holidays are coming
easy.
up, so yeah, we'll definitely get together. I'll show you the studio and we'll podcast there. We'll do one.
Dude.
So it's
that'd be fucking badass, dude.
I got three cameras set up. Roadcaster, Blackmagics, ATEMs. I poured a bunch of money into it, so I'm kind of just trying to recoup that. And
is that an SM7B? Why that one looks so big?
It's a 7B.
It's just because I have the 24 millimeter.
He did.
Okay, he said it's on the 24 millimeter.
Your depth perception, bro.
It's all fucked up. I keep asking him. I'm like, bro, did Sure come out with a new mic?
It's the same goddamn mic. It's always the 7B. That's been like 5 times.
My bad, dude. It looks big to me, dude.
I actually took this from the studio because I was like, I was gonna do it at the studio, but it's kind of late. So, it looks like we only got 5 minutes left. So,
yeah, we're probably gonna get rapping, but I know we got Groundwork Radio. Why don't we start with if?
Well, yeah, let's. So we're gonna move on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so we're gonna start Groundwork Radio while we start with like the first song or something. We'll go ahead and get it back up and running the Zoom call for that last 5 or 10 minutes or so.
Okay. So what, we just gonna hang up and recall?
Yeah, but let's get the songs going for me and you because they end up lasting like 3 minutes. And I'll just
are we gonna slap them off the computer with the Zoom?
if we just want to, if we just, I gotta get going anyways because I gotta get to bed.
Baby duty.
I just gotta get to bed soon. So if we just want to do this last song and then I'll sign off like during it, and then we'll do it again another time.
Can't play your song.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Do you have a?
Try to get into the things, see what happens. But I don't think you can have double.
Yeah, if he wants to play something so that he can sign out and stuff like that, that works perfect.
Yeah. Do you want to maybe slap that song on your end?
Yeah. Let's see
Are
if
you
I
able
can
to?
do that. Yeah, I have Spotify open. Let's see. I know what I'll do.
If we could rock, that'd be cool, and then you could sign off to your song, and then as soon as you exit, we'll slap the
So
last
this is
two.
not a song that I wrote or anything.
Yeah, no, anything.
But it's a friend of mine's band that I've done a lot of their videos for, and it's called Broken Girls from Affluent Backgrounds. And this is a song. It's playing in my son's nursery. That is not good. Oops. Okay, that's not. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Coach Taylor, it's been a pleasure having you on the Groundwork Podcast.
Yeah,
We
thank you so
appreciate
much.
Thank you guys, man. It's been great.
Of course.
This is, again, Broken Girls from Affluent Backgrounds.
Every word you say never gives away what you're feeling. Just to turn away from the sunlight. We've been holding on like we need it. Hard enough to fail and concede it. We've been working so long now, can't you stay? Buried in the cut and the stain tail.
Groundwork Radio. Coach Taylor, man.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. I'll see you next time. Signing
Yeah,
out.
man.
We'll see you
Appreciate
soon,
you.
man.
Have a good one, man.
Peace.
Really some team shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That was Coach Taylor, you know what I'm saying, in the cut from motherfucking Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Chico, where you going? Chico's trying to reconnect some Bluetooth. He got some shit going on. Look, man, I really met Coach Taylor on a fluke. We were out there, you know what I'm saying? We were at the Angela Johnson concert, the Angela Johnson show. This dude's crawling around on all fours, talking to his fucking camera operators, let them know what the fuck they need to do. Motherfucking inspirational, dude. I'm trying to have a team of 7 motherfucking camera operators. Couple dollies, couple tripods, you know what I'm saying? 5 Sony fucking Alphas. It's all good. It's only $30,000 in cameras. No big deal. You know what I'm saying? That shit's fucking nuts. Well, look, man, I know it's a non-traditional show today. We still got 2 more songs we're going to motherfucking wrap up here on Groundwork Radio. I got a motherfucking... Huh?
Somebody's got to
Connect that? Yeah.
connect.
Chico coming on the Bluetooth Connect. I got some dope shit coming from some local artists. Mine's going to be on YouTube today, Chico. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music. And I'm excited for your pick too. We connected already?
You go first.
Oh shit.
Pretty sure.
I mean, shit, I ain't worried about it.
What's the song called, Josh? Who is it by?
This song right here is by our motherfucking dog. This phone is dope. This song right here is by our motherfucking dog, Zaymo. It's also featuring motherfucking whoa. It's also featuring Player Ice and ABM Stunna. The song just came out 2 days ago. It's called That's Your Fault. It's yeah. It was shot at CSSB, you know what I'm saying? Directed, edited by Josh Jordan, whoever the fuck that is. But real life, bro, fuck the video. You know what I mean? The video is dope and all that shit, but the song itself, bro, these motherfuckers was coming crazy. And we've said this in the past, man. Zaymo, one of the most consistent in the motherfucking city. You go check this motherfucker out, he got catalog. You know what I'm saying? He stayed dropping. Yeah, he got catalog, man. He stayed dropping. But yeah, That's Your Fault. Zaymo, Player Ice, ABM Stunna, Wrk Radio. Let's get it.
Chef went crazy.
Ready? Hold on. Yeah, Mario feeling that shit. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I know that one.
Fuck around and call me player gang Zay. Told the bitch I gotta go cause the paper can't wait. Bitch, I'm ballin' like a coach, but I still like to make plays. Make sure all my niggas eat and make sure I say grace. I told the bitch say thank you when you done on your knees. Matter of fact, while you down there, you should scrub my floor clean. That's the dirt off my shoes, bitch, you can't afford these. Running on a white brick road, I should call her Dorothy. Then this bitch took some shrooms, maybe I should call her Alice. Bitch, the way I run it up, I think I might get a college. Bitch thinks she a queen, but I can't take you to my palace. I like my bitches thick, not the ones I order salad. Rules Chris, Stunna need 3 plates cause he brought 2 bitches. My nigga ice too cold, he ordered water with no cubes. My bitch looking at the waitress, trying to take her to the room with niggas can't do the shit we do cause they don't do enough.
How you mad? You can't be yourself, nigga, that's your fault. Had to up the price for the ones tryna lowball me. You know you can't do it how we do it, nigga, quit talking. I'm the type to make a bitch choose, proceed with caution. How you mad? You can't be yourself, nigga, that's your fault. Had to up the price for the ones tryna lowball me. You know you can't do it how we do it, nigga, quit talking. I'm the type to make a bitch choose, proceed with caution. Player Ice, make a bitch do this, that, and the third. You ain't had a bad bitch in your life cause you niggas nerd. You don't even know what to do with a bitch. How this one work? Type of nigga that a bitch wanna pay you, eat coochie first. Damn, Ice, why you had to do him like that? She don't want me to leave until I said it, I'm coming back. Break a bitch heart like Steve Urkel, did I do that? If I say what I did with his bitch, he might get mad. If I say what I did to his bitch, he might get jealous. I don't know him, but I know his life story, he might be telling. You'll never see me hanging with a snitch, I don't respect him. How you niggas even cool again, like nothing happened? These niggas is weird, and they be on some hoe shit. Knock a bitch and her friend, they was gaining some more shit. And these hoes ain't playing, they wanna add to the motion. Really one of them ones, they don't never say no to me. How you mad? You can't be yourself, nigga, that's your fault. Had to up the price for the ones tryna lowball me. You know you can't do it how we do it, nigga, quit talking. I'm the type to make a bitch choose, proceed with caution. How you mad? You can't be yourself, nigga, that's your fault. Had to up the price for the ones tryna lowball me. You know you can't do it how we do it, nigga, quit talking. I'm the type to make a bitch choose, proceed with caution.
I just put up in the coupe, I'm in sports mode. Niggas press about these hoes, yeah, that's your fault. I'm just copy spinning bands, get it right back. Young niggas for that's a knocks, I was in the trap. Going back to over niggas, I ain't into that. High in fashion, can't afford it, yeah, I'm into that. Montclair with Balenci, yeah, I'm so foolish. We just fucked the whole club, yeah, we so foolish. Niggas beating up they bitch, that's my sneaky link. Niggas casting bitches out, how you push a P? I got Ice, I got Zay, I got D's with me. I don't wanna hit your bitch like the team hitter. Applying pressure on these niggas, yeah, I know they mad. Can't just pull up 10 foreigns, yeah, I know they mad. I keep running around these niggas, I don't wanna walk. Flies bone on my phone, I don't wanna talk.
Why you mad you can't be yourself, brother? That's your fault. You hear me? Hey, man, Zaymo, Player Ice, ABM Stunna. It's my fucking movement. Make sure you go check that shit out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's just out now. Hey, Chico, this is Wrk Radio. What you got for us, P?
All right. Wrk Radio. Last song. So I got EGDABEAST. Came out with a track. Looks like August 22nd. Called Wholeheartedly. Bro just came out to FS not too long ago, whatever that last one was, so shout out, bro. I know we've been seeing him around the city a little bit, various shows and stuff like that. So
Boy was ripping shit the last show.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's been doing his thing, and he just dropped something, and I thought it was a really dope one. So I'll play it Wholeheartedly by EGDABEAST.
Yeah. Feel the wind blowing. Feel the shit soon as it come on, nigga. Yo, Sacktown. Yeah. Word up. EGDABEAST. Yo, I gotta say that shit every time I get on. Yeah. I love my city. Niggas be asking, it's my village. 916 shit. Word up. I lived all over my motherfucker. Tell you something, y'all. Love thyself wholeheartedly, even if a venomous snake would try to target me. Insecurities kept me from being the largest me. Now that people see I'm authentic and I'm the hardest G. Love thyself, wholehearted kid. They gon' throw some dirt in your name and try to tarnish it. You gotta practice self-preservation no matter how you live. No matter how you live. Word. Never say sorry for telling niggas how you feel. Never catch me apologizing for always staying real. They say it's easier to crack a smile than to be open about your problems that can break you down. Balance yourself so you can stand your ground. If you got people that love you, then keep them around. I could show fake love, but that's not my style. Cause I was forged in fires that breed golden child. I'm just being myself, niggas ain't rocking with it. Maybe cause I curse too much, just like my mama said. Fuck the police and any other conglomerate. Built to oppress, I can't accept or acknowledge this. Fake energy in the city, all kind of tricks. Not the type of shit that I was brought up with. Niggas confusing the music with hood politics. That's the type of shit that get you shot up quick. Let me tell you what I'm about. Yo, I'm just expressing my life, ain't here for chasing clout. I know my flow is tenacious, but I don't think you hear me. I'm trying to be more transparent so you can see me clearly. Love thyself wholeheartedly, even if a venomous snake would try to target me. Insecurities kept me from being the largest me. Now that people see I'm authentic and I'm the hardest G. Love thyself, wholehearted kid. They gon' throw some dirt on your name or try to tarnish it. You gotta practice self-preservation no matter how you live. Hey yo, life, that mean love is forever eternal. Can't nothing ever come between it. The passion would burn you, turn you to ashes and earn you. See how to love somebody unconditionally. This we gotta learn too. My heart be wrapped in band-aids and barbed wire. See, I can cover my pain in the finest attires, but I can only suppress for so long. I'm blessed to experience things that made me strong. If you listen, I put that shit in my songs. If you know me, I turn right from my wrong. Tough times, they say it make you better, and being uncomfortable can make you get it together. You gotta, my nigga, love yourself wholeheartedly, even if a bitch ass nigga would try to target thee. Insecurities kept me from being the largest me. Now that people see I'm authentic and I'm the hardest G. Love thyself, wholehearted kid. They gon' throw some dirt on your name or try to tarnish it. You gotta practice self-preservation no matter how you live. No matter how it is. Life is beautiful. Love is beautiful. Music is beautiful. The city of trees, that shit beautiful.
Come on, P. EGDABEAST talking that shit on Wrk Radio.
Yeah, bro. Some dope messages in that one.
Man, what a great song to end the night off, man. I'll take that.
A little old school feel. Bro, reminds me of, well, that song anyway, reminds me of Nas.
Yeah, bro. I definitely can feel that. Like 100% I can feel that. Hey, man, check it out. That brings us to the end here of our non-traditional motherfucking Groundwork podcast show. You know what I'm saying? First time we call somebody in, Zoom somebody in. We appreciate motherfucking We Are Sacramento for making it possible, man. Shout out to you, Mario, behind the cam for making that shit happen. You know what I mean? We love you for it. Big motherfucking shout out to Coach Taylor for coming through. I know he's no longer with us, but you know what I'm saying? That's the motherfucking gang, you know what I mean?
It could sound like you did.
Hey, man, I was saying it to him, but it's always hard for me to say things to people straight to them when I'm talking them up because I feel like people feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of a lot. But, you know, that's the epitome of Groundwork, bro. He's worked with a lot of dope people, and he's not the type of motherfucker that's on Instagram taking photos of every dope person that he works with and making sure everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the work. He's building the foundation. He's making sure that his family's going to be good, that his people around him are going to be, his community's good. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just dope. Shout out my fucking CitySound Soundbyte. Shout out my fucking Freestyle Fridays. Shout out my motherfucking brother Cheat Code being in the motherfucking building as usual. Holding shit down.
Shout out Jordan.
Hey, dude, I'm just include myself. Shout out motherfucking Jordan in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
Hey, man. We Are Sac. I'm drinking on their beer right now. Their Amber Pilsner can be found at motherfucking OPB, Oak Park Brewery. So go check that shit out. Hey, man. We're going to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? What you showing on the phone? What you got going on over there? What?
I'm playing the thing.
Oh, I'm weak.
But there was no sound, so I was
that's the outro music.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, man.
It's all good.
Big shout out to motherfucking We Are Sacramento. Mario, we love you. We appreciate you. CitySound, Soundbyte, Cheat Code, Joran, The Movement. Shout out the motherfucking guy behind the camera today.
That's Joran times 2.
That's right. You know what I mean? Hey, man, it's the motherfucking team. Make sure you stay motherfucking tuned in. It's Groundwork, the podcast, the platform, the movement. How about it's just the motherfucking shit?
Mario, mute him.
Love you guys.